Siblings of narcissists, psychopaths or sociopaths, what's your experience? My little brother is a narcissistic, sociopath and psychopath. I come from a culture where the family bond is incredibly important, and no matter how bad your family is, always forgive them, protect them, and take care of them. For 25 years we lived through effing hell because of that piece of shit. It really pained me, but I gave up on him years ago. My mother, however, being a Turkish mom, forgave him countless times, but he only got worse. I knew something was wrong back when we were still kids, but I would still always do my best to be the good brother and role model. I would always protect him and simultaneously get the blame for all his mistakes. My mother was in the hospital giving birth to my oldest sister. We were home alone and he asked me if he could go out and play in front of our house. We have a great park in front of our home and live in a very green area. I gave him permission only for his friend to come back an hour or two later and tell me that my 11-year-old piece of shit little bro, I was 13, we might have been a bit younger, was arrested for theft. We were a well-off family, he was my mom's sweetheart. He never needed money or needed to steal, he did it just for attention. Just because he was upset our sister might take his place. I had to pick him up, and I remember crying out of shame while this motherfucker had a smile from ear to ear. He didn't give a shit. Police brought us both home. My parents were back from the hospital with my little sister and the house was filled with friends and acquaintances. I remember feeling so much shame and embarrassment, profusely apologizing to my mom. I felt responsible. As the years passed by, this became worse and worse and worse, and we all basically lived in a constant state of terror and anxiety because of this lousy subhuman piece of shit. I'm too embarrassed to share most other stories, and I rather just not think about them anymore. We finally cut him out of our life after 25 years. Imagine having to hide all your stuff because your house is never safe. Never being able to ask for anything as a teen because if I ask for 5 my little brother has to get 50. Imagine having to worry if you can leave because this little terrorist cunt might threaten your mother and steal her stuff or take her money. For a while he had a really pretty girlfriend. My mom hoped this would help him normalize, and he treated her like she was his property. This one time he was yelling and threatening her, dragging her off the stairs. I heard the commotion, and when I saw it I rushed to them, slapped him on the face and put him in a chokehold, told him if I ever heard him behave like that I'd break his legs. This allowed this poor girl to run off and get out of our house with my little brother yelling how he would end her. He later explained to me how he got angry because she talked back and wouldn't lend him money. At this point he spends €1,500 a night in clubs. When she finally dumped this piece of shit, he called her dad to tell him his daughter was a filthy slut and sent him pictures of her underwear, etc. He then became incredibly depressed, not because he loved her. He always talked about breaking up with her and how she bored him, etc., but because she was his property and how dare she leave him. He owned her. He then took my parents' new car and smashed it into a wall for attention. Just fast enough that it totaled the car, but also slow enough that he came out of the car without a scratch. He had his own car, new BMW, that he also got by manipulating my mom. But he didn't use that, he used my parents' car. He claimed his car had no gas. I checked it and it was effing full. He then emotionally manipulated my mom about how he was suicidal, blaming us for not being more supportive. He used this for months as an excuse for his shitty behavior and intensified daily. The only person he actually feared was me, so I felt this incredible effing burden on me to try and keep him in check. I couldn't leave him alone with my mom. I couldn't move out because I was worried sick he might unalive her one day. I tried to talk with him, but no amount of talking, etc. worked. He made 1,000 promises, THSN came up with some lame excuse about how 19 years ago